Pharmacist from Cache Valley is stepping out from behind the counter and showing up all over your Instagram feed. He's getting attention for his simple and straightforward pharmaceutical hacks and for trading the traditional white coat for muscle tees and a cool boy vibe.
What I want to do is I want to make pharmacists cool again. I want to bring sexy back to pharmacy. Two things you never want to see. Vicky from Small Wonder and shingles. Allergy season is here. You're gonna need a nasal spray. Hi, I'm Phil, my pharmacist, and this is muscle cramps.
Okay, he's informational, he's inspirational. He is your friendly social media pharmacist, Philip Cowley, also known as Phil's My Pharmacist, joining us today to talk pharmacy, family, and fun. It's so fun to meet you.
It's fun to meet you, too. I've been watching you for years, running on the treadmill.
Well, thank you.
We've been friends for years.
I'm glad your gym's getting our bride.
That's absolutely.
And keeping the channel where it needs to be. Phil, this is so fun. You started this in October.
October 16th was when I went onto TikTok.
Let me run some numbers. You have more than 37,000 followers on Instagram, 4,500 subscribers on YouTube, and a whopping 842,000 followers on TikTok. How are you feeling about this really fast surge?
You know, when it first started, we started because the pharmacy was tanking. Like, we were doing really poorly in 2020. So I said, I got to do something different. There's this whole generation that doesn't know pharmacy. So we started it, and I thought, oh, maybe I'll get 1,000 people. I mean, I don't really hit the demographic that would be TikTok. And then over 2 days, right when we first started, I got 80,000 followers on TikTok. And I was absolutely terrified. Because I come from, Cache Valley is a fishbowl, and I'm a size that fits in that fishbowl. Next thing I know, I'm out in the ocean, and I'm coming home, and I had a full freak out. And I sat in the truck, I shut down the garage, I sat inside my truck, and I actually texted my wife and said, you got to come get me, because I was having a full panic attack.
There was a moment, what have I done?
Right.
Like, what have I opened here?
Yeah, because I'm used to hiding. I come from a generation where you didn't want any attention.
Yeah.
You get away with more. I don't know if you knew that. As a teenage boy, you get away with more if nobody's there.
If you're not posting it.
If you're not posting it, you don't get away with it when you post it.
Good tip, teens. Okay.
So then I sat in that truck, and my wife came out, and she said, why don't we look at it? And I opened it up, and people are so nice. It was so genuine. They were so nice. These
grateful,
were people
I'm sure.
Absolutely. They were super grateful.
Yeah.
I thought, I could go to a barbecue with all these people.
I could hang out with these folks. Well, you said once on Instagram, and this caught my attention, that somebody else does not need to be wrong for you to be right, and how that's especially important when it comes to pharmaceuticals, to medicine. And there's a lot of conflicting and contentious voices in your field right now. I don't have to tell you that. So was that part of the goal, is to kind of turn the tone and just make it a little lighter and more helpful?
Yeah, I don't know when it happened, but we got to a point where it became okay to be mean to each other in the medical field. If you didn't believe what somebody else did, you could be mean, and it was fine. And I hated it, because I went into the field because I like people and I wanted to talk to people. I like different opinions. So one thing I wanted to do is get out there and educate people, and then listen to them, because everybody has something useful to say, even if you disagree with them. And the more you learn, the better you are.
You opened an independent pharmacy while starting your family, and you just kind of touched on the ups and downs of that, business ownership. Yeah. Where did your passion for pharmaceuticals come from? Where does that stem from?
Well, I hated English.
Okay.
So I was in college, and I'm like, well, this whole field, everything over there is gone, and I was good at chemistry. But really what I fell in love with was the patients. Pharmacists are the coolest of all of the healthcare providers, because you can come in and literally just yell at them anytime you want to. You're having a bad day, a good day.
Phil!
That's what they do. They come in, and they're like, you're doing 10 things, and they do it. But the truth is, that gives you a very special relationship with people. I can tell when people are doing poorly, because I see them all the time. You don't have to make an appointment. They come in, and you can see it. So that's allowed for me to get to know my patients.
You share great hacks, awesome advice, topics that I don't even think people realize a pharmacist can be helpful, right, in that topic genre. You've also shared some really powerful inspirational advice over the last many months. You're a dad of 4 boys. And one particular post, you talked about the struggle of young kids kind of finding themselves and developing their inner confidence. And you said, I want my kids to know they are special, even if they are never exceptional, because exceptional always wears out, special doesn't. Parents really responded to this. People responded to this idea. Where did this philosophy come from?
So my oldest boy has some disabilities. When he's about 4, I don't sleep at night. You'll see that all over. When he's about 4, I went into his bedroom feeling angry at everything, because he wasn't meeting any of the benchmarks that were there. And I walked into his room and I was thinking, oh, now I can't take him to El Cap. I can't go down Cataract Canyon. You think you make a buddy when you have a son. And I went in there and I didn't know if he would be all those things. And then I looked into his crib and he was sleeping and I realized how much I loved him for being him. And the fact that I knew that he would never be a star at football, that he probably won't be a doctor, that he's not going to do certain things, but I still had all of that for him. He changed me. He made me a better person. And now when I see parents get wrapped up, your kids become what you tell them they are. If you say they're a 4.0 student, they feel like they need to reach that. If you tell them, oh, he just made first team on this, they now find that to be part of who they are. And so I'm really glad that my son taught me that none of that really matters.
Yeah. You're touching people. You're touching me. That's a beautiful message. And of course, there's some practical messages you're putting out there as well. Will you stick around for a second?
Absolutely.
We've got Phil, the pharmacist, here. So we're going to take advantage of his expertise. When we come back, Phil's got a pharmacy hack for your under eye bags. Thanks for that message. More with Phil right after this. Welcome back to Studio 5, everybody. We've got a resident celebrity in-house. Phil, the pharmacist, is here with us in studio, and he's got a hack to share. Your kids kept you up all night. Maybe it's time for family pictures, and you have bags under your eyes. This is me every day. 4 kids, 6 and under.
Well, you see that too, right?
You're speaking my language. Phil's my pharmacist, as he is known on Instagram, has a solution for us. What are we looking at?
So this isn't something you want to use every single day.
Okay.
But you've been up all night, kids screaming, or you're going to go on TV for the first time ever and you're 46 and you're male. So either way around, you want to try to shrink these up a little bit. So we're going to take a couple of things that we do know, add them together, and make it a little bit better.
Okay, what do you got in that pocket,
So we've got with us today, we've got some arnica gel.
Okay.
Estheticians use this all the time. It reduces swelling and discoloration.
Okay.
So if you get your lip fillers done, if you're getting that stuff done, they're going to say, go do this, and it'll help. So we're gonna use that.
Okay.
Then on
For
top,
the record, I don't have lip fillers, but you were speaking.
No, I have lip fillers.
Oh,
It's just, it's me.
Okay.
So then I've got, hang on just a second.
There's the tongue. The tongue was the only video I couldn't really get on board with.
You know, the 12-year-old me was so
Was that an editing trick?
No, there were 6 of them in there.
There were not. You had 6 tongues in your mouth?
Yeah, there were 6 of them in there.
What is going on?
Anyway, okay, so wait. I know I've got the other one in here. Okay, there it is. All right.
Okay.
So now, this is oxymetazolone. It's Afrin is what it is. So what Afrin does is it shrinks vessel size. This is the reason why you don't want to use it more than a couple of times, but it does do it. So the pooling underneath your eyes come because you got blood pooling. That's what that is. So if we shrink the vessels and we reduce the swelling and get rid of the discoloration.
So you're mixing these two?
So we're gonna mix these two together. So what we'll do is we'll take the arnica and we'll just squeeze that right in there.
Okay, Phil's my pharmacist.
And now we take the Afrin and we pop that top off.
See, didn't even know you could do that. Of course you can.
We pour that right in there.
There it goes.
Take this and we shake it.
Go.
And
Move
it's
the hips.
TikTok, so you have to dance. I mean, it's like mandatory, right?
You figured out all the tricks. No wonder you're
now,
so successful.
If you give it a little bit, this has got a carbapole base to it, so it will suck up that water. It'll get a little thicker for you.
Okay.
That's the whole thing. Now, if you take this stuff, just take a little bit, and we just go ahead and dab it underneath those eyes.
Do you feel it? Does it start to tighten?
It'll give it about 40 minutes. You'll actually feel it start to tighten. Really? 40 minutes. Now, again, this is something you'd only want to use once in a while.
Okay.
But it'll shrink them enough to where that brand new pretty person you have to stand next to in the picture, they don't see your eye bags anymore.
They won't be looking at your
droopy,
goopy, blue stuff.
That's exactly right.
Speaking of droopy, goopy, blue stuff, it's what you happen to have brought into our studio.
I've got lots of
that. Props.
Slime, props are the way you go.
Phil, this was so fun. What does your family think of your success on TikTok?
You know, they're all introverts, and so they are. I have to okay things with my teenagers. Say, can we post this one? Can we not do that one?
Okay.
And my wife takes about 4 or 5 days to get around to watching some of them. The one we did last night with the mannequin, she's not too excited about.
Okay, but she gets on board.
Everybody needs a full-size mannequin to play tricks on their kids, right?
Well, if you have a fake tongue, I guess you got to have a mannequin to go with it.
Yeah, you just hide that in their bedroom when they wake up in the morning. It's going to be awesome.
Phil, we love you. So much fun. You can find Phil, of course, at all the socials. Phil's my pharmacist. Will you come back?
I'll come back anytime you want.
Okay, we'd love to have you. Thank you very much. Fun to follow, fun to watch.